Welcome to our Explain It to Me Like I'm 5 series. Today we're going to be covering micro-influencer targeting. Social media influencers are very much the flavour of the month. Everybody's talking about them. They seem to be doing wonderful things for brands all over the place. But some social media influencers are very, very highly priced. They cost quite a lot for what you might get in return. By contrast, there are some influencers that are very much underpriced and don't cost you very much for the return that you get. This can give brands a massive opportunity if they leverage that reach at the very, very low price. But how do you do this without breaking the bank? Well, it's a method that we call micro-influencer targeting. And here's how you do it. First off, you need to find an area. Maybe it's a geographic area. You need to find maybe a subject matter, a topic, or maybe even a person that surrounds your brand. For example, if you are a cafe, you might be looking for foodies that are in your geographic region. If you're a gymnasium, you might be looking for gym junkies that are in your geographic region. If you're a sock brand, you might be looking for people that like socks and they post about socks a lot. Whatever it is, you need to find your subject matter. Then you load up Instagram. You go to Instagram's search feature. The Instagram search feature is very, very powerful. It allows you to search on all sorts of different criteria: hashtags, topics, geographic areas, people, you name it, you can find it. So what you need to do now is taking the subject matter or the hashtag or the geographic area that you've decided surrounds your brand, you search for that in Instagram. What you're going to find then is a series of posts. All sorts of people have been posting about all sorts of stuff in your subject matter area. Scroll through the more recent posts. Have a look at each of them. Find the ones that are made by people. You're not looking for posts that have been done by brands or by companies. Find the posts that have been done by people. Have a look at the ones that you visually like, the ones that look good, that really interest you. Open up each of their profiles. Have a look at the person's profile. What sort of numbers do they have? How often are they posting about your particular topic? It's no good if they've only posted once about socks. That's pointless to you. Have a look at their metrics. Do they have 10 followers, 1,000 followers, 1,000,000 followers? What's that number? You want to be looking for people that have a reasonable following, but not necessarily a massive one, because they're probably going to cost you a lot of money. Find your top 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 people out of that list. The people that you think probably are the good ones for you. The people that might actually give you the reach that you want and they're interested in your subject matter. DM, direct message, every single one with an offer. Repeat this process every day. Spend 5 or 7 hours a day going through Instagram, finding these people, direct messaging them, and sending them an offer. The next question we get is, but how on earth do I do that at scale? How could I possibly achieve doing 5 hours of this every single day and scale it? The answer is, you can't. It's not possible. With this strategy, the only way you'll get value is if you put in the time and effort. There is no shortcut. The next part of the equation is, what's the offer? What do you actually offer people to get something out of it? There's 2 different types of offer you're going to come across. The first one, which is not really what we're looking for in terms of micro-influencer targeting, is when you trip across a professional or semi-professional influencer. These people probably have big followings already and they're doing it for money, which means you're not going to make the offer to them, they're going to make the offer to you. They're going to tell you what the price is per post. Maybe it's $5 per post, maybe it's $20 per post, maybe it's $500, maybe it's $10,000 per post. Whatever it is, they're going to tell you what that price is. Whilst this isn't necessarily the strategy that you're looking for in this method, if you're happy with the price, you can go with that. But that's not really what you're looking for. The second option is what you're looking for. It's an amateur or a non-professional influencer. Really, they're just a person on Instagram. When you make an offer to this person, you're looking to make an offer in kind. What this means is you're giving them some of your product or your service in return for them doing something for you. For example, you might be a cafe and you might offer them an espresso martini for them and their friend when they come in. Or you could be a gymnasium, like I said before. You offer a PT session for them to come in and do a bit of training with one of your favorite PTs. Or maybe you're a sock brand, you're going to send them some socks for free to wear. Whatever it is, you're going to offer that in kind to the person. Now, a really important point here, you need to make sure you are very clear about what you expect in return. Do you expect 1 post? Do you expect 4 posts? Are you wanting them to use a certain hashtag? Are you wanting them to tag you in the post? Is there a certain way you'd like the post to be made? Whatever it is, be declarative about that because it will remove all the ambiguity. This is what in the industry is called collaboration, or a collab, as you might have seen it written before. Get those to work and all of a sudden you're getting influencers to do the things that you want them to for no money. This is the start of the equation. But there's a downside. The downside is getting your return. When it comes to working with influencers, whether you're paying them or not, getting your return, your ROI, is really, really important. Ever since the start of time when it came to influencers, there was always this big risk of people getting the money and never doing anything with it. You need to measure what you're getting back. The way you do that to begin with is you start like this. Sure, you might have messaged 10 influencers and you've got 5 of them that are interested. Pick your favorite 2. Just start with 2. Engage them with whatever the offer is that you've decided to give them and do it. Let it run. Then check their profiles. Have they done the posts? Have they used the hashtags? Have they tagged you in like you had asked? Yes, tick, tick, tick. Great. The next step is, have they got engagement? Have people actually reacted to the post that's gone out? Tick, great, you're getting some value. The next step in the equation is quite important, but it's a bit more difficult. You want to look at whether you got some activity on your social profiles, or did you get clicked through to your website? Has your website traffic gone up? Checking these things will really prove there was great value in working with your influencer. Generally speaking though, if you don't see the first part of that process, which is the post going out, you're not going to see the rest. Keep an eye on your first 2 influencers to see that your method has worked. The reality is, in influencer land, there is no standard pricing template. There's no price guide for how much you should be paying or what you should be giving an influencer and what you should be getting in return. As a result, you need to measure it to your own standards. Make sure you are happy with the value that you get in return for what you've invested. Using micro-influencer targeting is a great way of taking the financial risk out of working with social media influencers. It takes financial risk and turns that into a time risk. It swaps money for time. In other words, you're not going to lose any money, but you might lose some time if all the DMing that you've done hasn't worked. Now, if you don't have the time to lose, maybe you want to spend some money. Maybe you want to pay somebody else to do it for you. Maybe you want to go with the influencers that are costing you a bit of money. Whatever it is, you find an equation that works for you. The reality is though, we've never seen this not work. It is a reliable, repeatable method that gives you both a variable and controllable effort factor. You can dial it up or dial it down to suit your time, your available effort, and the reward that you're expecting to get out of it. Whether you're a cafe, whether you're a clothing store, whether you're a startup, whether you're an accounting firm, there are micro-influencers on Instagram for you and your brand. You've just got to look for them. For more in our series of Explain It To Me Like I'm 5, subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook now.